come to meaning of financial statements. Financial statements are statements presenting accounting information or brief at the end of accounting process for an accounting period. Financial statements provide information regarding financial results to its internal and external users as per Section 2, subsection 40 of Companies Act 2013. Financial statement in relation to company includes. Now, this is an important theory question. इसको mark करना है कि what does it include? It includes a balance sheet at the end of financial year, a profit and loss account, or in case of entity carrying on any activity not for profit, and income expenditure account for the financial year. Now, do you remember what is income expenditure account? It is for what type of entity? Entities which are operating with a motive which is not a profit motive. Last year we had a chapter accounting for non-trading organization. Okay. तो उनके केस में इनकम एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट, बाकी सब प्रॉफिट मोटिव के लिए प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस. कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट फॉर द फाइनेंशियल ईयर. A statement of changes in equity if applicable and notes related to the accounts. Now over here, cash flow is the chapter what we are going to study, which will follow later. Now, it should be noted that balance sheet show the financial position at a particular point of time, and hence its title should be balance sheet as at. And profit and loss statement show financial performance for the period ended on particular date, which is usually a year end. Hence, its title should be profit and loss for the year ended. Now, इसमें underline कर लो. Balance sheet shows the financial position at a particular point के ऊपर box, and profit and loss statement show financial performance for the period ended on particular date, which is usually a year. तो इसमें for the period को box बनाओ, period को box बनाओ. And that is why it is said that balance sheet is a point statement, whereas profit and loss is a period statement. When we make a balance sheet, ध्यान दो, it has assets, it has liabilities at that particular point of time. With every transaction, the balances keep on increasing or decreasing. But profit is for the full year. Got it? That's why we say balance sheet is a point statement and profit and loss account is a period statement. Okay. Now, sixth point पे आ जाओ. Part 1 of Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 gives form of balance sheet. Very important, please mark it. Part 1 of Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. You have to remember this, it's very important for exam. Balance sheet of a company must be prepared as per this format. Schedule 3 gives only vertical format. Underline karo. Page 126. Now, when you come to page 126, हमारे काम का बहुत ही important note दिया है. For the purpose of examination, balance sheet and statement of profit and loss and their subheads shown below are to be considered. यानी अभी जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं बैलेंस शीट और प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, वो थोड़ा कंसाइज है. कुछ चीजें इसमें से एलिमिनेट कर दिए कंसिडरिंग इट्स अ बिगनिंग फॉर यू एट दिस लेवल. ओके, तो एक्चुअल जब तुम आगे के लेवल पे जाओगे तो तुम्हें जो पिछले जो फॉर्मेट दिया है वो फॉर्मेट लर्न करना पड़ेगा. तो ज्यादा कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं है, माइनर चेंजेस है. तो अगर ये फॉर्मेट तुम्हें बराबर आ गया तो उसमें दो तीन चीज ही प्लस माइनस है, तो वो तुम आराम से कर पाओगे. ओके, नाउ अभी हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे ओनली बैलेंस शीट. पहले बेसिक फॉर्मेट ड्रॉ कर लो. दैट इज, हेडिंग लिख दो बैलेंस शीट, नेम ऑफ द कंपनी, name of company, then balance sheet as at. You understood what is as at? Is basically as on. Okay. Now, Ready with the format? इसमें लिख लो particulars note number as at dot 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 rupees. अभी तो ये blank ही रहेगा. Okay, I think one page में आ जाएगा. We start with the first is equity and liabilities. Equity and liabilities. Now, जो horizontal format था, उसके बेसिक्स तो तुम्हें पता है ना कि सबसे पहले क्या आता है liabilities में? कैपिटल, उसके बाद रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस, उसके बाद लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स और उसके बाद करंट लायबिलिटीज. ऑपोजिट साइड यू हैव फिक्स्ड असेट एंड करंट असेट. इज दिस क्लियर? तो वैसा ही है, सिर्फ थोड़ा बहुत चेंजेस है इसमें. लिखो बैलेंस शीट हेड, बैलेंस शीट हेड. बैलेंस शीट हेड यानी यहाँ पे जो हम लिखते थे ना पर्टिकुलर्स की जगह पे, liabilities rupees, asset rupees, liability rupees, asset rupees. This head is balance sheet head. The first one, equity and liabilities, is balance sheet head. Okay. Then equities में सबसे पहले shareholders fund. This is main head. इसके अंदर we write A, share capital. B, reserves and surplus. These are known as subhead. Now, why we are doing this? Because questions will be that general reserve कहाँ पे आएगा? तो you have to write कि balance sheet head is equity and liability, main head is shareholder fund, and sub head is reserves and surplus. Okay, ऐसे questions है. That's why अभी से ही ये सब लिखो तो तुम्हें idea रहेगा कि कैसे करना है. Okay, then first हो गया shareholders fund. Here we don't use number because इसके अंदर भी there are details. So here we'll write 1, here we'll write 2. Note number 1 and 2. फिर इसको अलग से भी करना है. इसके शेड्यूल्स है ये. नाउ सेकेंड, यहाँ पे शेयर कैपिटल, रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस, ओनर्स फंड. देन वी हैड लॉन्ग टर्म व्हिच इज नोन एज नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज. नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज, इसमें लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स, other long-term liabilities and long-term provisions. These are subhead. So we have 3, 4 and 5. Third, current liabilities. Again, this is the main head. Short-term borrowings. How do we define short-term? Short यानी कितना short? Less than 12 months. Okay, don't use 1 year. Here everywhere it is used number of months. So we'll also use less than 12 months. Okay. Trade payables, other current liabilities, and then short term provisions. You can very well see long term, long term, other long term. So you have short term, other current and short term provision. 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now you can see over here, first main head में there are 2, then 3 and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Okay, तो mistake मत करना exam में. Okay, then the total. All equity and liability side is over. We go to asset. Second, assets. Now this is again a balance sheet head. Point number 1, non-current assets. This is balance sheet head, this is main head. In non-current asset, we start with fixed assets, which has tangible asset. Second is intangible asset. Non-current investments A, B, then C, long-term loans and advances. Other non-current assets. So this is note number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Current assets. Current investments, inventory, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent, short-term loans and advances, and other current assets. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20 total. Now, first is page 127 पे share capital. Now, if you go to share capital, there are two first important headings, that is authorized share capital and issued share capital. Can you see them? Now, ये जो दोनों है ना, उसमें their amounts are given, but it will not be taken into total because it is just for information. As we learned that an authorized capital is a permission that how many number of shares you can issue, and issued capital is basically number of shares you want to give to the people. Okay, but actually when the money comes, that is subscribed, उससे हमारा capital built up चालू होता है. तो next is, so पता चल गया first part is just for information. For information reads number of equity shares of rupees 10 each, number of preference share of rupees 10 each, issued share capital again the same thing. ये पता चला सबको? Okay, now ये जो first है वहाँ से ही actual चालू होता है, which will form part of our total. That is subscribed and fully paid up share capital. Now here also it will be equity and preference the same way it is over here, same over here, but this is fully paid up. Then subscribed and not fully paid up. In this case, what happens is, you can see over here, equity share may say we subtract calls in arrears. You know what is calls in arrears? Okay. And preference share में से भी we subtract calls in arrears. और उसके बाद आता है forfeited shares. You know what is forfeited shares account? Okay, shares which we have forfeited but not yet reissued. Because if they are reissued, it will be transferred to capital reserve. Now ये share capital वाला part खत्म हो गया, तो हमारा जो macro format था, share capital and reserves and surplus, that is subhead. Okay, तो ये subhead खत्म हो गया. We go to reserves and surplus. Over here, the first point is surplus as per statement of profit or loss. Then उसमें से हम क्या माइनस करेंगे? प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस में जो प्रॉफिट आता है उसमें से हम अपोर्शन करेंगे, अप्रोप्रिएशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट करेंगे. किसका? जनरल रिजर्व एंड प्रपोज्ड डिविडेंड. बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग बैलेंस शीट ऑफ अ लिमिटेड कंपनी. So there is the dividend as on 31st March is not given to shareholder, it is proposed. A sort of provision is made, and then in the annual general meeting it is passed, and then only the dividends are paid to shareholders. तो ये propose किया है, तो ये provision है, but because it is part of profit, we call it appropriation of profits. Then reserves इसको भी देखते रहे ना. सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व, पता है सबको, shares issued at par, issued at premium. Then general reserve, अब जो जनरल रिजर्व ये जो है, यही वाला जनरल रिजर्व यहाँ से माइनस किया, but general reserve is also part of our reserves and provisions, reserves and surplus, so again it will separately come over here. So this is basically the same thing, यहाँ से subtract किया, यहाँ पे add किया. समझ में आया सबको? Okay. Now ये जो जनरल रिजर्व था, इसका कोई बैलेंस था, ओपनिंग बैलेंस, तो ओपनिंग बैलेंस लिखा, अप्रोप्रिएशन यानी यहाँ से ही अप्रोप्रिएशन आ गया, एंड देन वी हैव द आउटर कॉलम. कैपिटल रिजर्व, यू नो व्हाट इज द कैपिटल रिजर्व? रिजर्व मेड आउट ऑफ कैपिटल प्रॉफिट्स इज कैपिटल रिजर्व. देन डिबेंचर रिडम्पशन रिजर्व, देन डिविडेंड इक्विलाइजेशन फंड, टू मेंटेन माय डिविडेंड रेट ऑफ डिविडेंड. Every year out of profit I keep aside some funds, ताकि जिस साल profit कम है, to maintain the same rate of dividend I will use this fund and declare dividend. Understood this? हर साल मैं 10% dividend declare करता हूँ, पर ये साल मेरा profit कम हो गया, तो अब मैं क्या करूँगा? कम dividend declare करूँगा तो image खराब हो जाएगा market में, okay? Shareholders नाराज हो जाएंगे, तो मैं क्या करता हूँ? पहले से ही जब surplus profits है, so I keep it aside for bad times, for times when I am not able to give dividend at the average rate. So we create a fund known as dividend equalization fund. Then reserve fund, that part of general reserve which is invested outside is known as reserve fund. जो कहीं invest कर दिया, उसको as it is business में रहने दिया नहीं है. Workman accident compensation fund. Is it new for you? Partnership में we have seen this. Okay. Then investment fluctuation reserve, investment fluctuation fund or investment fluctuation reserve. Then after all these things, finally if there is any loss in a year, we write loss as per P&L, and you can refer the format. In the format, loss as per statement of P&L में it is written in bracket, यानी ये सब में से उसको कर देंगे माइनस. पता चल गया सबको ये रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस. वी गो टू द नेक्स्ट, नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज, लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स. नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज यानी लायबिलिटीज व्हिच आर फॉर मोर देन 12 मंथ्स. उसमें सबसे पहले डिबेंचर्स, लॉन्ग टर्म लोन्स, अगेन टर्म लोन यानी फॉर 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, 3 years. Then bonds issued to various institutions, various other corporates, public deposit. Any doubt in this? Okay. तो ये जो पैसा कंपनी ने लिया है वो कैसे फॉर्म में लिया है? इधर डिबेंचर है, लॉन्ग टर्म लोन है, टर्म लोन है, बॉन्ड्स है, पब्लिक डिपॉजिट है. ये सब तुम्हें याद रखने, बिकॉज इसके बेस पे क्वेश्चंस है. ओके, से फॉर एग्जांपल इट इज गिवन बॉन्ड, तो तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए कि बॉन्ड कहाँ पे देखा था हमने. तो उसका सब हेड है लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स. ओके, उसका मेन हेड क्या है? नॉन करेंट लायबिलिटीज. और उसका बैलेंस शीट हेड क्या है? इक्विटी एंड लायबिलिटीज. दिस इज द बैलेंस शीट हेड, दिस इज द मेन हेड, एंड दीज आर द सब हेड. दिस इज क्लियर? ओके, देन वी प्रोसीड. Other long-term liabilities में क्या आता है? Now see, premium on redemption of debenture. You remember the entry? Bank account debit, loss on issue of debenture account debit to debenture and to premium on redemption of debenture. At that time I said it's a liability. अब जब ये debenture pay करेंगे after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, तब ये premium भी pay करेंगे. So it is also for a longer period of time. But it is grouped not as long-term borrowing. It is other long-term liabilities. Okay. Then premium on redemption of preference share. जैसे redemption of debentures है, वैसे redemption of preference share है. तो उसका premium है, तो उसको यहाँ पे record करेंगे. Then long-term provisions. Provisions को भी हम categorize करते हैं into short-term and long-term. तो जो बहुत ही ज्यादा समय के लिए बिजनेस में है, जैसे कि प्रोविडेंट फंड. प्रोविडेंट फंड in the business for a longer period of time. Gratuity fund, then pension fund, generally at the time of retirement. Okay, then workers' profit sharing fund and worker savings account. So we categorize them as long-term provisions. Understood this? You have to remember कि ये सब किधर आता है, ओके? क्योंकि तुम्हें ये पता है कि प्रोविडेंट फंड लायबिलिटी है. हमने अभी तक यही सीखा है कि प्रोविडेंट फंड एक लायबिलिटी. ऑफ कोर्स लायबिलिटी ही है, पर ये कहाँ इसका सब हेड कौन सा है? तो इट इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ प्रोविजन. Understood this? Part of non-current, part of equity and liability. Understood this? So 4 level पे तुम्हें learn करना है. The fourth is this one. Then this is the third one. Then non-current is the second one and the main. Non-current is the second one. You can see over here. And then equity and liabilities. Understood this? Many questions are there in the textbook based on this concept. We go to current liabilities. The third one. उसमें short term borrowings. Short term borrowings में क्या है? Short term loans है. Bank overdraft. जैसे cash and cash equivalent में bank balance आएगा, वैसे bank overdraft आएगा यहाँ पे in current liabilities. उसके अंदर short term borrowings, because bank overdraft है, it's not for a longer period of time. Because जैसे CC limit हम use करते हैं वैसे वो खत्म भी हो जाता है, वापस use करते हैं, तो it keeps on varying. It is not for a longer period of time. The balance does not remain constant. That is why it is short term. Then cash credit is also facility given by the bank to withdraw in excess of your bank balance. Then trade payables, all of you know this. Creditors and bills payable. Creditor ratio याद है तुम्हें? उसमें जब हमने debtor ratio, creditor ratio किया था तब हमने formula में creditors plus bills payable and debtors plus bills receivable करके किया था. तो trade payable में क्या आएगा? Creditors as well as bills payable. Then other current liabilities. Now ये सब जो हम adjustments लिखते थे outstanding expense के, then income received in advance. What is unclaimed dividend? हमने dividend declare कर दिया, लोगों को checks भेज दिया, पर checks हो गए time बाद, अभी तक लोगों ने वो पैसा हमसे claim किया नहीं है. तो ये पैसा किसका है? Public का है. We have to pay any time when they raise a demand for this. So here also we will classify unclaimed dividend as a short-term liability. Okay, then debenture. अगर तुम डिबेंचर को रिडीम करने वाले हो in next 12 months, so you will not classify debenture as long-term borrowing. You will classify debenture as other current liabilities. And then premium on redemption of debenture भी इसके साथ ही आएगा कि जब पे करना है तो डिबेंचर भी पे करना है और प्रीमियम भी पे करना है. Then calls in advance is also liability, money received in advance from our shareholders. And then outstanding interest on debenture. Debenture पे कोई interest pay करना बाकी रह गया, so that will form part of this other current liabilities. And then finally short-term provisions. इसके अंदर क्या आता है? Provision for tax. तुम्हें कोई भी tax pay करना है, so that will form part of this. It's a short-term because immediately you will have to pay. And then proposed dividend. तो proposed dividend जो है वो कहाँ पे आता है? Proposed dividend comes over your reserves and surplus, and proposed dividend comes over your short-term provision. We decrease our profit and transfer it to our provision account. Understood this? P&L account debit to proposed dividend account credit. तो profit में से decrease किया and short-term provision में transfer किया. Now, while going through this equity and liability, जब मैंने लिखा था vertically, okay, तो मुझे लगा कि इसको याद करने के लिए SR तो मैंने खुद के नाम से बना लिया, सागर. Okay, share capital and reserves and surplus. फिर सागर सर को देख के क्या आ गए? LOL. Okay, तो laugh out loud याद रखना. और SOS is basically save ourselves. It's a signal. SOS. Okay, मोबाइल में भी आता है SOS. Okay, but यहाँ पे मैंने STOS कर दिया बिकॉज इसमें ट्रेड पेएबल भी है, तो इसको मैंने कर दिया सेव ट्री एंड ओवर सेल्स। ओके, तो ये एब्रिविएशन याद रख सकते हो तुम, मेन हेडिंग्स। अब आ जाओ असेट्स में। असेट्स over here is basically your what type of heading? Balance sheet heading. Okay, it's not the main heading. Main heading is now current asset. So fixed asset में we have, you all know this, we have been doing this since ages. Land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixture, vehicle, tool, equipment, and these hold asset. Now ये हो गए tangible, but business has tangible as well as intangible. सबको पता ही है, goodwill, patent, trademark, सबका right, copyright. Then you have some license, you have some software, or you have some franchise. Understood this? Okay. इसके बाद ये हो गया तुम्हारा TI, tangible and intangible. Then non-current investment, provident fund investment, debenture redemption fund investment, shares of subsidiary company. You know what is a subsidiary company? And a holding company. Holding company वो कंपनी है जो अदर सब्सिडरी कंपनी में more than 50% शेयर होल्ड करता है. Okay, that is known as a holding and subsidiary. तो मेरा कोई सब्सिडरी कंपनी है तो उसके जो शेयर्स है वो मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट है. I have invested in one company, so that also will come over here as non-current investment. Then shares and debentures of other company which I hold as investment, fixed deposit with bank, government securities, units of mutual funds. Then long-term loans and advances. अगर मैंने किसी एम्प्लॉय को लोन दिया है for more than 12 months, companies do give loans to employees to buy cars, to buy house, which is for more than 12 months. So that will be classified as long-term loans and advances. Then we have custom deposit, telephone deposit, electricity deposit. They are generally permanent in nature because electricity connection लिया है, तो deposit दिया है, तो वो रहने वाला ही है जब तक business है. Okay. Then other non-current asset, debenture discount. This is tricky. They are miscellaneous expense to the extent not written off. Do you know fictitious asset? जो basically asset नहीं है, वो हमारा expense है, पर उसका benefit is for a longer period of time. तो यहाँ पे we have debenture discount written off next 12 months, to be written off in next 12 months. Advertisement campaign expense, सबको पता है advertisement suspense account, that's the same thing. Then R&D is research and development. तो ये जो है हमारा non current asset, उसमें I have made this तीन लोग, इसमें 10 in 10. 10 is tangible, intangible, investment for long term. See, tangible, intangible, then it will be investments. आता है ना non-current investment. Okay, then for long term and then others. Or you may even remember it this way. FITNLO. इसमें है ना 10 in 10. TINLO है ना. T is tangible, I is intangible, N is non-current investment, L is long-term loans and advances, and then it is other non-current assets. Understood this? Now, other non-current asset में क्या आएगा? याद रखना, only fictitious assets. ऐसे याद रखना. ठीक है? All fictitious assets go to other non-current assets. Now, अगर ये जो fictitious asset है, if they are less than 12 months, then it will go to short term. That will go to current, other current asset. Got it? Now, current asset में, now इसमें basically पहले मैंने इसको बनाया था CIT CSO. CIT is Commissioner of Income Tax. Commissioner of Income Tax, CIT. CSO. Yes, exactly. Central Statistical Organization. ऐसे भी याद रख सकते हो. या फिर कैश शो करो. कमिश्नर ऑफ इनकम टैक्स घर आके बोलता है कैश शो करो, कितना कैश है तुम्हारे पास. नाउ CII TSCO, अगर तुम्हें ये याद नहीं रहता है तो CIT CSO याद रखना. ओके, योर चॉइस. इसके अंदर है सबसे पहले करंट इन्वेस्टमेंट, इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर लेस देन 12 months, शेयर डिबेंचर, मार्केटेबल सिक्योरिटी, गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटी, यूनिट्स ऑफ म्यूचुअल फंड, ये सब लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट से ही आ रहा है इधर. But because they are for a shorter period of time, it forms part of our current investment. Now inventories. Inventories, what are inventories? Items traded or manufactured with an intention to earn profit. हमारे goods, तो हमारे जो goods रह गए हमारे पास, तो उसमें क्या रह गया हमारे पास? Stock of raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods, stock in trade, then loose tools, spare parts, consumable stores and goods in transit. Okay, trade receivable. क्या आएगा trade receivable में? Debtors and bills receivable. Cash and cash equivalent में you have cash on hand, you have bank balance, but you also have checks and drafts on hand. यानी तुम्हारे पास check आ गया which you have not yet deposited in the bank. So we cannot say bank is the receiver because it has not yet gone in the bank. So we say checks on hand. Then we have short-term loans and advances. किसी को loan दिया for less than 12 months, advance to supplier less than 12 months. Then other current asset, ये हमारे final accounts के adjustment में जो आता है, prepaid and income due but not received. And then advertisement expense written off in next 12 months, debenture discount and research and development.